Hi, I'm Kep Kepner CPA here in Dallas. One of my new clients is being audited, and it brings to mind one of the things that you've probably been told, but you really need to take to heart. You have to have receipts. You can't make up expenses. You can't just say, oh, I charged my credit card at Costco or Sam's Club, so that's a business expense. That charge that shows up on a credit card or shows up as a debit transaction in your bank is not a receipt, nor is that check that you wrote. You wrote a check to somebody, and let's say they're a contract laborer. That's not a receipt. That's just a check. So a receipt is something that identifies what was bought. The payment, whether it's by credit card or check, shows how it was paid. And both of those elements are important for you to defend what your expenses are on your tax return. It's not enough to be able to say, well, I paid it out, because that doesn't tell you whether it was a business expense or a personal expense. It's not enough to say I charged my credit card, because that doesn't tell you what it was for. So you have to have both elements for that. Now, one of the simplest things you can do, and for most small businesses this works well, just have an envelope or a file folder for every month, and at least train yourself to drop your receipts in this envelope. You're not necessarily going to need them to have us do your tax return, but if you get audited, you're going to have to provide those receipts. So one way to do it is simply have a place that you put every receipt by month and hang on to those. And again, by receipts, I'm not talking about a little credit card receipt. I'm talking about the receipt from the establishment that's behind that credit card charge. So that's what you need to have in the way of receipts. And it's really hard for some small businesses to do that. But if you put those monthly receipts in a file folder, or you get an envelope for each month and label it, then at least you've got some documentation if you get audited. And it's important to have that. So be sure you keep those receipts and have them handy. And we'll be glad to guide you in that area if you need some help. So give us a call. Thanks.